name is Catherine Moore, and I'm here today suing my daughter for stealing my money and my identity. She beat me up in front of my grandchildren and put me out of her house. I love my daughter. I just don't like her.
Cue the defendant.
My name is Yvette Mason, and my mom gave me that money. The icing on the cake is the last time she came to visit me, she took money out of my kid's piggy bank. And I'm countersuing her for that and for defamation of character, and I just want this to be over with.
Catherine Moore is suing Yvette Mason, her daughter, for stolen money and identity theft, and Yvette is countersuing her mother for stolen money and defamation of character. Now, quite honestly, after reading your statements, I'm a bit in shock. According to the statements, you admit to being a crack addict, and you, the daughter, admit to being a crack dealer, and you say that you've cleaned up your act after you served time, and but your mom has struggled with her addiction since the age of 44. So tell me how you got hooked on crack.
My house burned down in Pensacola, Florida, that my great-grandfather built in 1929, and I was just hurt, and I lost a lot of stuff, and I had a so-called friend come by and tell me she got something to help me forget about everything I lost, and I was like, oh, really? What is that, you know? And I knew better, but, you know, I was hurting.
So you got addicted that night to crack?
Yes, that night.
Why didn't you take a few Advil and call it a night? All right? But your daughter you were a crack dealer. You went to jail for that?
I was, and before she tell you about her 44-year-old crack habit, she should tell you about the crack habit that she had when I was 7. She previously had an addiction before her 44-year-old addiction.
Let me ask you a question, Catherine, based on what Yvette's telling me. I mean, I'm going back to my old DA days. How'd the house burn down?
I had a friend who would smoke crack on the side of my house. She left.
See, that thing kicks in.
But she left a cigarette on the ledge. I didn't smoke crack with her. And when I had an addiction... Why are you letting people smoke
crack in your house if you're not addicted also?
No, she was on the outside of my house. I wasn't even home.
She was outside, but close enough to burn down your house.
Yeah, she left a cigarette.
That your grandfather built in 1929. All right, what's it like growing up with her?
Great. I love my mom. She was the best mom. She was a single parent. She worked. She went to school. She graduated when I was about 15. She had her AA degree. She was the best mom that any person could ever have. And then in 2004, she had a brain aneurysm.
Mom, what happened?
I was a product of the 70s. You know, that's all they did was drugs. And I didn't have nobody
at home.
Yeah, me too.
So what? I'm not, you know.
Well, I didn't have nobody at home telling me, I didn't have nobody saying, say no to drugs. You know, I didn't have that at home.
Turn on the TV. Nancy Reagan was saying it every day.
Well, I got myself together, Your Honor, and I got 2 years and 4 months clean. So here's my NA, CA, and my AA. I go AA, NA, and CA.
Let me ask you a question, Yvette. How did you get involved with crack?
I got around the wrong people. I started selling drugs. I went to jail. I went to jail not once, not twice, but I went to jail 3 times before I realized that this is not what I'm supposed to do. But once I finished that, once I got out of jail, I got a job at the Conservation Corps. I got my own place. I got my own car. I did everything myself because after I went to jail, I was basically considered to be the black sheep of my family. I'm 33 years old today.
And you haven't been arrested. You're not doing crack anymore. You went to jail 3 times. You got it. Now you're on the straight and narrow.
Never did crack.
Good for you.
I never did drugs.
You just sold it?
I just sold it.
All right, so why are you suing your daughter?
She stole my money. She stole my identity. And she keeps bringing it up. And I'm like, you must want to pay me back.
I keep bringing it up?
Okay, did you steal her identity?
Well, now let me tell you the story on that. She's just telling you just the briefness of it.
Okay, right.
Somebody used my identity falsely. I knew that my driver's license was suspended. I didn't have anything else to do but to try to use my mom's name because I couldn't afford to go to jail.
So because somebody stole yours, you stole hers?
I sure did. But when my car got towed, because I used her name and her driver's license was suspended too. So they took my car, but for me to get my car back out of tow, I had to pay the ticket that I got with her name. So she's saying that I used identity theft and everything. I did, but I paid that ticket. I had to pay it to get my car out of tow.
But I got failure to appear because of that. I wasn't even here.
All
and
right.
now I have
She just
failure to
recently
appear.
came down here when she stole my kids' money out of the piggy
Let me see evidence
bank.
of failure to appear. So you're stopped in a car, and you say you're your mother because your license is suspended, allegedly because someone stole your identity, but I'm not buying that. But you used hers. You used her ID.
I did.
Okay, so then she gets the statement that she failed to appear, and as a result of failing to appear, what did you pay any money? What
Yeah,
are your
I had
damages?
to pay $250.
Prove it.
Oh. Well, I had the ticket.
Prove it.
I have the ticket that she got, but she didn't give it to me because it came to her house. So I don't have that.
If it came to her house, how did you know to pay it?
Because she got that from me.
I went to the DMV. I went to the DMV.
Oh, you
and
showed
got
up at
that
the
paper.
DMV and said, "Take me in. I think I may owe you something."
No, I asked to get my license, and they gave me that piece of
But you already
paper.
had your license.
From another state.
Yeah, I'm from Florida. I have my license from
She's
Florida.
not from Florida. She went out there and got a driver's license because she knew it was suspended out here.
I lived in Florida for 12 years. I just told you my house burned down.
Yeah, the house burnt down, the one that your grandfather, great-grandfather built in 1929, all right? She admits she used your identity. You want $250 because she stole it. Unless you show me that you lost money, I'm not giving you $250. I may have her prosecuted, but you don't get any money for that.
Okay.
Now, you're suing her for stolen money.
I just graduated from college with my AA in business management 2 weeks ago. She came down here.
And it's your birthday, and you're clean.
It's
so
not her
life is good.
birthday.
Your birthday. She's talking about yours, your 2-year
Is it your birthday?
No, you just said it was my birthday
Yeah,
today.
you said it was your birthday.
Today
Whose
is
birthday
not
is
her
it?
birthday.
I don't know who's on first.
I'm sorry if I said that.
All right, Mom, tell me about the money.
I got a settlement because I was in a car accident. I got $5,000.
Right.
I got my $5,000 December 11th, which was on a Wednesday. And on Thursday, the 12th, she put me out of her house. She beat me up. She knocked me down in front of my grandchildren.
If she got $5,000, why would you throw her out the next day?
Thank
That's a
you.
reason to keep
I'm
her.
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I put her out.
Why?
Because she was staying with me, right? When I came home one day, Judge, she had the living room light on, the fan in the kitchen on.
Right.
First I got a 15-day notice that said you owe $450 on your PG&E
And I was saying,
bill.
I'm getting my $5,000
She said,
in a couple
she
of
said,
days.
I'm getting my money. First she said, I'm gonna give you $1,500. She gave me $700.
I gave her $1,000.
You gave her $1,000.
Yeah, in the
She
statement
asked-
it say
Excuse me,
$700.
I'm asking you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What did you say to her?
I said, can you hold this money for me? Because I was in my addiction at that time.
You were still addicted?
Yes.
And what year is this?
In
07.
07, yeah. She asked me because she borrowed $300.
And it's 4 years ago.
No. I said, you don't have to borrow $300 from me. I'm your mother. I got $5,000. You can have $300.
You let her have $300 and you tell her to hold $700.
And she beat me up and put me out and kept my money.
Why would she hit you if you had just given her money?
Because she's crazy.
I'm crazy.
Tell me, was there a
she,
physical altercation?
Yes, she took her keys and she slammed me in the eye with it.
Why?
We start arguing about the PG&E bill because I said, Mom,
No.
I need to pay the PG&E bill with the money that you gave me. Can you take it down and could you pay the PG&E bill? And she was like, just wait. And I said, Mom, it's a 48-hour notice. I can't wait. She took the pair of keys. She hit me in the eye with it. She was about to hit me again. I pushed her back. After that, she was like, oh, give me my money back. I ain't gonna do nothing. And I was like, oh, no. We're paying those bills.
And
I'm
how
gonna pay
much
the
did
bills
you
with
use
it.
to pay bills?
The $700 that she gave me. When she left, after we got into our argument, my friend was missing $60. So my friend called my mom and asked what happened to her $60. My mom said, I didn't take your $60, but I took Nivette money out the piggy bank.
How much did she admit to taking?
She never told my friend how much she took.
Yes, I did. I told everybody how much I took.
How much you take out of the piggy bank?
I took $14
Why are you taking money out of the piggy bank?
to make a point.
Why didn't you go into her wallet and take $10? Why are you
Because she
using the
put
piggy
it
bank?
all in the piggy bank.
She doesn't walk around with money. She puts all her money in her kid's piggy bank? Okay. The issue is whether or not the defendant is liable to the plaintiff for taking $700. The plaintiff said she was supposed to hold for me because I was a drug addict at the time and she used it for bills. All right? You've both been through crack dealer, crack addict. You know what? All you have is each other. Your daughter, by the way, paid you the ultimate compliment when she said to you, you know what? I had a great mother. My mother raised me well. I'm very lucky. And I think that she understands the only reason she...
And I want her to come back. I want my mom back.
This is a front. I'm telling you, my daughter
That's not a front.
My daughter is not. That is not her crying like that. She took my money and she's lying about it. She know good and well. I gave her the $300 and she kept the $700.
Catherine, you know who the only liar here is? You. You lied about spending $250 for resolving the stolen identity. You've got absolutely no proof. And the defendant is, as far as I'm concerned, she's now suing you for defamation. Why are you suing her for defamation?
I have a friend, she called me and she said, Nivette, I got a phone call from your mom saying that you beat her up and you took money out. You took $700 out of her hand. I was like, Brandy, I would never do nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't care about Brandy. Here's the bottom line. I believe you. I think your daughter wants a relationship with you. All right? I think your brain was fried when you gave her the $700. You gave it to her because you were living with her, and you're not going to get $700. You're not getting any money for stolen identity. She's getting $14, and I am going to give her $500. Stop bad-mouthing her. And you know what? Give her a hug. You're her mother. Stop it.
I don't want to give you no hug, Nivette. You sat here and lied to me. She lied. She sat right here and lied. I'm not hugging her.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
She's lying.
You lied.
She's lying. She's putting a front on.
Shame on you.
Why you can't just give me a hug?
You want a hug? All you're going to do is act the fool the next time I come over.